Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us. I'm Nadia. Today, Davis County investigators can officially say they found the remains of Teresa Graves. She disappeared 32 years ago. Her bones were found last month off of U.S. Highway 89 in Fruit Heights. And today, investigators are now calling this a homicide. Good for Utah's Marcos Ortiz is live in Fruit Heights. Now, Marcos, are police any closer in figuring out who did this?
Well, it doesn't.
A woman hit by a tracks train in Utah County is recovering in the hospital. It happened this afternoon on the Front Runner line in American Fork near 782 West and 200 South. Officials say she was clipped by the train while she was walking on the tracks. The incident caused heavy delays for commuters after temporarily shutting down the northbound line. It's back open at this hour, but UTA says expect 10 to 15-minute delays. Utah hasn't had an increase in the state gas tax for 18 years, and some lawmakers say it's time to stop neglecting future transportation needs. Chief Political Correspondent Glenn Mills joins us live on Utah's Capitol. Glenn, does that mean we can expect to pay up at the pump? A legislative proposal to balance LGBT non-discrimination with religious freedom is becoming a reality. Lawmakers passed Senate Bills 296 and 297 late last night. Good for Utah's Allie Monson explains how people on both sides came together to make it happen. Today we saw rain along the Wasatch Front, but in the higher elevations, did we get the snow some people were hoping for? Let's check with Chief Meteorologist Dan Pope live on the Pinpoint Weather Porch with the answer. Dan?
We did indeed. We saw a
fantastic Friday. Thanks, Dan. Still ahead, more violence in Ferguson, Missouri overnight. 2 officers were shot during a protest outside of a police station. We'll have the latest on the investigation coming up. Multiple law enforcement agencies in Ferguson, Missouri now say the shooting of 2 police officers overnight was an ambush. The St. Louis police chief said today gunshots were fired directly at the police during a demonstration outside the Ferguson Police Department. Now, authorities believe a handgun was used based on the way the shots sounded and the injuries police officers suffered. Now, both men were released from the hospital today and are expected to recover. SWAT teams swarmed a home in Ferguson and searched for those responsible for the shooting. Another possible embarrassment for the Secret Service coming to light today. 2 senior agents have been removed from their jobs after a drunk driving incident. Now, they were driving a Secret Service vehicle last week after allegedly drinking at a party for another agent who was retiring. They allegedly drove the car right through security tape that had been set up outside the perimeter of the White House. A Secret Service supervisor on duty at the time sent the agents home without giving them a field sobriety test. The Secret Service director has asked the Department of Homeland Security's Inspector General to investigate. Coming up, Troy joins us to highlight a charity organization with a big need for volunteers. But first, let's take a live look through our Hoops Vision Tower cam. We saw rain, we saw snow. What's ahead? Let's ask Chief Meteorologist Dan Pope after the break. Up next, Troy will be back with a preview of tonight's episode of The Younger You. And one of the biggest names in music is coming to town. We'll have more with the man himself coming up.